Good morning students. Today I am going to continue the chapter Money and Credit. In previous video I explained you about what is the meaning of collateral. It is an asset that the borrower owns and give to the lender as a guarantee that he will repay the loan. If the borrower is unable to repay the loan, then the lender has the right to sell his asset and take the money back. Then I explained you about the terms of credit, that it refers to the rate of interest, collateral and documents required and the mode of repayment. Now today I will explain you about financial institution for credit, from where people can take the credit. How they can take the credit? There are two categories of credit that people can take. It is in the form of two, that is formal and informal. Now, what is formal? The formal institution of credit, mainly cooperatives, regional rural banks and commercial banks. Loans given by the formal financial institution are known as formal sector loans. Now, these are the categories or names that people can take the loan from the bank, that is cooperative credit societies. The rural cooperative credit institutions in India have been organized to provide short-term and long-term finance, especially to farmers and rural artisans. The guiding principles of cooperatives are voluntary and open membership, democratic control and equitable distribution of profit and utilization of resources. After independence, the cooperative credit societies have made a considerable progress, but the working of cooperative credit societies suffer from so many deficiencies. Prominent deficiencies are lack of fund and the problem of negotiation, favoritism, misuse by the big landlords and village money lenders because of defective management, corrupt leadership and groupism in the village. Then we can take the loan from the banks. All the functions of commercial banks, lending of funds is certainly the most important function. While performing the function, banks provide working capital to commerce and industry and loans to farmers for agriculture operations. Nationalism, there has been a spectacular rise in banks. After the nationalization of banks in 1969 and 1980, there was a radical change in the credit policy of the banks. After that, banks have devoted considerable attention to provide credit to priority sectors such as agriculture, small artisans, household enterprises, etc. Now, regional rural banks in India were initiated in 1975. The main aim is to extend credit to small and marginal farmers and rural artisans to save them from the money lenders. Now, what is informal arrangement for credits? The credit requirements, especially for rural people such as farmers and artisans in India. Informal arrangements had always occupied an important place. They include moneylender, landlords, traders, relatives, and friends. Loans given by these informal lenders are called informal sector loans. Even today, the informal sector lenders occupy a good place in credit in rural areas. It is because that they supply credit for productive and non-productive purposes. They are easily accessible and their methods of business are simple and flexible. But all such informal lenders exploit the borrowers in many types and they do malpractice also. They charge extra amounts of rate of interest. They manipulate accounts to their advantages. They force the farmer to sell their agriculture produce to them at low price. They obtain bonds and promissory notes on false paper. They give no receipt for payment and often deny such repayments. Informal sector lenders exploit farmers and other borrowers in a number of ways. The government has therefore undertaken various steps to regulate the activities of these lenders. The share of various sources of credit of rural households in India. Now, from the above, we can see that how farmers are facing those who are taking the loan of credit from the informal areas, that is from money lender or landlord. Now, in total credit of rural household, the share of formal sector is only 52% and the share of informal sector is near about 48%. It shows that even today informal sector leading occupies a good place in rural areas. Among the informal sector, lenders, the large share is of money lenders is near about 30%. Among all these informal lenders, money lenders occupy the first place. Now you have to write question and answer in your fair copy. Mention any two formal sources of credit. What is the difference between formal sector loans and informal sector loans?